Showers and storms today. Hopefully we get away without getting those huge downpours right over the metro area like yesterday, but there will be likely some heavy rain, at least in spots. So make sure you're prepared with your phone charged. Be maybe on the lookout for radar. Check in with your WWL app before you head out later this afternoon if you have to drive around, because we do have rain starting to form. Now it's a little different scene from this time yesterday, but there are some downpours. One little storm here near Luling and one also near Des Allemands. Now these have been kind of moving generally northeast, so I put a tracker here on these. However, you can see that they are sort of splitting up and they may not just follow perfectly over into the New Orleans metro area. But if they held together and did do so, you can see they'd be around Wagaman, River Ridge, maybe just past 1 p.m. and then other spots like Carrollton and the UNO campus potentially around maybe 2:30 or so. So just a little heads up there. We might also see some other areas of rain spring up even before those get toward the metro area. This is all partially driven from all the atmospheric moisture plus that stalled front to our north. So today we are under another marginal risk of some flooding rains. There's no big flood watch out. It won't be widespread, really heavy rain, but kind of like yesterday, at least a few spots will likely pick up a decent bit of shower and storm action and rainfall. This is by 2 p.m. You can see a couple of showers and storms starting to increase. This is 4 p.m. Our rain chance today is about 70%, so rather good shot at getting some sort of rain. I know a lot of people happy to get some rain yesterday. You don't need more than 6 inches in a couple hours, but some rain definitely good at this point in April, which has been pretty dry in the past couple of weeks before yesterday. Moving ahead to Wednesday, this is tomorrow morning, a little patchy fog for the morning. This is by the midday afternoon hours, a lower chance overall, but you can see our rain chance still there at 40%. Likely the flooding threat a bit lower tomorrow as a sort of transition day into our drier pattern. I know some of you interested in Thursday, Zurich Classic, Jazz Fest, all sorts of things happening this upcoming weekend. This is by 1 p.m. Thursday, and then I went ahead and moved on through the afternoon. It does look drier for Thursday, only a 20% chance for a couple of showers. Also, we do have the clouds. We've had this gloomy kind of feel. Our temperature actually just dropped at the airport from about 82 to 80. Lakefront still only 79, so we're barely around 80 degrees today. And I think our highs may officially be there in the lower 80s. Decent chance for those scattered showers and storms. And then tonight, fairly warm and humid through the evening. Overnight lows in the 60s with some patchy fog possible. And that upper pattern, by the way, you can see that ridge of high pressure building in. That will ensure drier and then also hotter weather heading into this weekend. So our Jazz Fest forecast, we're talking about mid to upper 80s. Could easily feel like lower 90s. We'll have the sun especially peeking through the clouds later in the forecast period. So for this weekend, sunscreen, of course, needed. And we'll see if we get another big downpour today at the fairgrounds. You might want to break out those boots that could rain boots to kind of clomp around with the boots on, protecting you from the mud that tends to form when we get big downpours there. However, if we don't get rain there today, it might have a little more time to dry out, so we will see. Also, update on the Mississippi River. The forecast now is actually to just below 17 feet instead of 16.5. Just now today, we've seen a new forecast from the National Weather Service to 16.9 feet on May 1st. So that puts it right below, within about an inch of flood stage of 17 feet. So that would likely prompt the opening of the Bonnie Carey spillway at some point. Now, we haven't heard official word on that. We're keeping up, hearing from the Army Corps of Engineers almost daily about what they're planning, and we haven't heard anything at this point officially, but you know they had the test yesterday. And again, if that flood stage is expected to go right below, the river level is expected to go right below 17 feet, then again, that would probably at least lead to a few days of opening of part of the Bonnie Carey spillway at the end of April. We'll keep you updated. Warm weekend, hot kind of start to next week too.
Pope Francis touched the lives of Catholics all over the world.